I call the member for Denison.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, my question is to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, before the last election, the Liberal Party identified an urgent need for $16 million of economic stimulus, specifically in Glenorchy. But now you're spending most of the Cadbury money elsewhere in Tasmania, a move supported by the ALP in a sign both Liberal and Labor have given up on Glenorchy jobs. Prime Minister, what's your plan to deliver on the promise to spend all of $16 million on jobs in Glenorchy?
I call the Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the honourable member for his question. The government was very clear that the Cadbury money would be reinvested in Tasmania, and so it will be. $16 million will be invested in a new jobs and investment fund to support the Tasmania economy and strengthen the competitiveness of that local economy. And I have to remind the honourable member that the commitment to the Cadbury factory would have had benefits far beyond a particular street, suburb, postcode or city. And this project would have seen increased dairy production in the north of Tasmania, increased logistics activity across the state and, of course, more jobs at the factory itself. So the project would have provided economic benefits across the state, not just in Glenorchy. Glenorchy is not a hermetically sealed economy in and of itself. It's part of Tasmania, and so any investment there at Cadbury would have benefited the whole state. And the honourable member, I'm sure, agrees with this. Now, sadly, it was Cadbury who withdrew its request for the funding. But I can, however, assure the honourable member that this will be a thoroughly consultative, forward-looking government, one that invests in growth to improve the prosperity of communities right across Australia, including, of course, Glenorchy and the honourable member's electorate. The Tasmanian government has said it will contribute $8 million to the fund, and the private sector will need to put in $2 for every $1 of government spending. This means the fund will potentially attract up to $72 million in funding from the government and the business community, and this is undoubtedly a huge opportunity for local business in both Glenorchy and right across Tasmania to embrace the future with a sense of optimism, to be more innovative, more agile, and above all to invest in the enablers that will lift performance and deliver greater prosperity. And that commitment, this commitment of which I've spoken, is on top of the more than $1 billion this government is already investing in the honourable member's state.